Good evening. I'd like to invite everyone still standing to have a seat. I'm Julie Gralow. I'm a professor of breast medical oncology at the University of Washington, Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, and the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center in Seattle. And I'm going to give a few welcoming remarks to this Expedition Inspiration Open Forum. So, first of all, you may or may not know that we are in the midst of our 17th annual Laura Evans Memorial Breast Cancer Symposium. And the researchers up here, who you're going to get to meet in a little bit, are all attending this symposium. Now, as the years go by, there are more and more people in the audience at this open forum who didn't have the pleasure and the privilege of knowing Laura. So I'm going to spend just a minute to tell you a little bit about Laura Evans, after whom this symposium is named. Laura was a Ketchum resident, and in 1989 was diagnosed with breast cancer. And in 1990, because that's what we were doing at the time, she underwent a bone marrow transplant for her breast cancer. As part of her recovery, she decided that she would get back to her hiking in the beautiful mountains around here, but also she chose a goal, and that goal was to climb Mount Aconcagua, which is in Argentina and is the tallest mountain in the Western Hemisphere. And she wanted to do that with other breast cancer survivors. So by 1995, Laura coordinated a climb of Mount Aconcagua along with Peter Whitaker, and 17 breast cancer survivors were part of that climb. We have at least one here in the audience. And a PBS documentary was made of that climb. And Laura really wrote a book about that, and then her subsequent founding of Expedition Inspiration, and that book is called The Climb of My Life. It's a terrific book. So Expedition Inspiration was funded as a result of Laura's vision and her climb and all the inspiration behind that. And to date, it's funded $1.75 million in research grants, an additional $1 million for education and awareness. It's hosted almost 100 great researchers over the years in breast cancer at these symposia, and it's funded 10 young investigators, and you'll meet 2 of those tonight. In 2000, sadly, Laura died of a brain cancer that was totally unrelated to her original breast cancer. And she had accomplished everything I've just gone through in that life by the age of 51, which is how old she was when she died. So that's Laura, and that's why we're all thrilled to keep her memory alive in these symposia. So I'm tasked with giving some thanks tonight. I'd first like to thank St. Luke's Wood River Foundation, who underwrote this whole open forum, and we have several members of St. Luke's Wood River Foundation here. If you're here and you're a member, how about if you raise your hand so we can thank you? We also want to thank St. Luke's in Boise, who underwrote a live streaming that's going on right now in Boise. And this was also sponsored by Boise Anesthesiology Group and the Elks Rehabilitation Center. So right now, in the Elks Rehab Center, we've got a group that are watching everything we're doing here. And we also have Dr. Tanya Kuhn, who is there, who is being the coordinator locally at the Elks. We also have an announcement. Expedition Inspiration, which has been here in Ketchum ever since its inception, is going to be moving to Boise as its central location. That was a strategic move on the part of the board, but we want to reassure everybody that there will still be a very strong core committee here in the Wood River Valley who will be working on upcoming events. We'll continue to hold the symposium here, the open forum, et cetera. So with that, we have the retirement of a couple of long-standing staff from Expedition Inspiration, and we'd like to recognize them tonight. First, we'd like to recognize Katie Powell. Katie has been affiliated since its inception with Expedition Inspiration, almost 19 years, and she will be stepping down as executive director.